You're asking a question of how come we're not winning the war? It's because we don't care about Am Yisrael. We don't care about Hashem. We care about ourselves. That's where we're at as a nation. Can Israel, please God, destroy Hamas and win? Why is it taking so long? Because we haven't done tshuva? And it's not just because we haven't done tshuva for desecrating Shabbat, or we haven't done tshuva for wasting seed, or we haven't done tshuva for eating kosher. Many people have done tshuva for that, but the biggest problem that we have today is not the secular people. The secular people, most of them are so ignorant that they wouldn't know the difference between the right and wrong in many cases. The biggest problem that we have today is that these so-called religious among us, including the people that are watching me right now, including the people that are going to watch me tomorrow, including the hundreds of thousands of people that watch my lectures. It's because we do not care enough about Am Yisrael as a whole, the secular people as a whole, that the war is still going on. What does that mean? If people cared enough about HaKadosh Baruch Hu and his children, then they would make KIRUV their number one investment. Not just something they dabble into once in a blue moon, or they make a nice comment about here and there, or they share a lecture. They would actually invest money into supporting KIRUV. So there's more books, so there's more USBs, so there's more big events to help people come and listen to Torah and so on. But unfortunately, everybody is very comfortable, especially Baalei TeShuva are very comfortable that they have done tshuva, they have saved themselves, and they're okay now. They realize, oh yeah, being immoral, being a liar, being a thief, being that was bad. I stopped doing it. Now I'm good. Now I'm good. So now they're living in a frum community, or they're living in a religious community, or a Jewish community, or a mix of both. And the kids go to yeshiva, and everybody's okay. So they're comfortable, but they don't realize there's a very good chance they're still going to Gehinnom. Why? Because they're leaving the rest of Am Yisrael in the desert of Torah. The rest of Am Yisrael still doesn't know Torah. The rest of Am Yisrael doesn't know Shema Yisrael. Where are you, Baalei TeShuva? Where are you, Baalei TeShuva? Where? Just the Baalei TeShuva that I've made. We should be raising $1 million a month. The Baalei TeShuva that Rav Mizrahi made, we should be raising millions of dollars every month. All of the Baalei TeShuva, where are the Baalei TeShuva? What, everybody's poor? Nobody has any money, nobody has a car, nobody has a house, nobody has anything. People are asking me questions about buying houses. That's a vacation house. They're asking me questions about buying fancy cars. They're asking me questions about fancy watches. They're asking questions about new machines, new this, new that. They have $20,000 to buy another addition to the house, another addition to the office, but they don't have a few $1,000s a month to send to KIRUV. Why? Because everybody's selfish. Now, of course, everybody doesn't really literally mean everybody, because some of you are tzaddikim. Some of you actually care about Am Yisrael. Some of you, every paycheck, you send at least 10% to actually help Am Yisrael. Not because you see any type of gold bars being sent to your house from our offices. Not because you're seeing any major diamonds coming to your house, but you're seeing blessing in your life. And to show that you care about Am Yisrael, to show gratitude for the fact that you're actually on the right path, that you're no longer on the path to Gehinnom, you're actually on the path to Gan Eden, you're supporting. But the vast majority of people today, Jewish people today, that are religious, that are frum for birth, or Baalei TeShuva, and unfortunately also the converts, the majority do not care about everybody else that's left behind. If they did, we'd be raising hundreds of millions of dollars for the sake of outreach. Hundreds of millions of dollars. But what are people looking for? Where could I donate so I could get the most kavod? Meaning, they're willing to donate, but only if they get kavod. Only if everybody hears that he just donated $10,000 to buy an aliyah. He's willing to donate, but only if everybody knows that he donated by putting some little sign on the lamp in the synagogue. He's willing to donate only if his name is on a Sefer Torah. He's willing to donate only if they put him on some website. He's not willing to donate if it's simply going to be for the sake of actually helping Am Yisrael do tshuva. And why isn't he worried? Because he forgot where he came from. He forgot where he came from. I have some tzaddikim. I would be happy if I'm buried next to them. They maybe make $300-$400 a week, if that much in some cases, but they still send $50 a week. Those people, for sure, they continue in this path. They're in Gan Eden first line as powerhouse KIRUV. Why? Because they care. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about how much effort. And then there are some people, they have no qualms about spending $10,000, $20,000 on vacation, spend $5,000 on some jewelry or more. They have no qualms about spending $200, $300 on sneakers, on shoes. No problem. But to go send a few $100s every month, a few $1,000s every month, for the sake of KIRUV, no chance in the world. And if you're hearing this, that's because it's also you. That's because it's also you. Now, if you're hearing this, and you're one of the good people, then you obviously know it's not you. So I don't have to give you a disclosure that it's not you. Whoever is guilty of this knows it. I know some people that are as close as can be, meaning I'll get 50 million questions from them, I'll get messages from them, I'll get phone calls from them, I'll get all types of things from them. If, in the years that I know them, if, in total, if they donated a total of $100, it would be a surprise. No, the amount of effort that was put to help these people, literally, it's easier to give a lung. It's easier to give a lung than the amount of help that these people have gotten. So how come? You're asking a question of how come we're not winning the war? It's because we don't care about Am Yisrael. We don't care about Hashem. We care about ourselves. That's where we're at as a nation. Individuals, different story. We saw Rav Shavit took the burden of somebody else's putting on tefillin on upon himself. The organization does this every single day with Am Yisrael. Baruch Hashem, we're willing to sacrifice our life for Am Yisrael. But unfortunately, it's not enough. It's not enough what I do, what Rabbi Ephraim does, what Rav Shavit does, and what other few rabbis and good tzaddikim within the community are doing. It's not enough. Am Yisrael has to care more about outreach to help Am Yisrael do tshuva. You want to win the war? We have to win the war. You want to win the physical war? We have to win the spiritual war. You want to win the spiritual war? We have to win the physical war. How? The physical war that we have to win, everybody's crying about, is Hamas, is Iran, is all of the enemies, right? In order to win that, we need to win the spiritual war. Spiritual war means do tshuva. How do we win the spiritual war? When those that have done tshuva, those that have converted, those that are already frum for birth, they win the war of their lust for money. When they start winning the war for lust for money, they start donating more to publicize Torah, to help Am Yisrael do tshuva, Be'ezrat Hashem, we will win all of the wars. But until then, we're not winning anything. Because, unfortunately, it's not enough. Whatever we're doing is not enough. It's not enough. And it's important for people to know that. As far as what we see in the world today, unfortunately, it's not enough. We're not seeing enough tshuva because there's not enough care. Not enough care. Everybody has to check themselves to see where they stand. Honesty help countless people get closer to Hashem. Because for the first time in their life, they hurt. Honesty that's brutal, but is effective.